the DK in Combat podcast.
So, I hope from the last episode you guys try to sit and observe your own thoughts. Imagine you wake up tomorrow morning, you walk into your bathroom, you look into the mirror. The person looking back at you looks exactly the same. Same face, same body, same scars, nothing has changed. But something feels different. Because for the first time, you stop asking, what do I need to change about my life? Instead, you ask, what is my life trying to show me about myself? That's a completely different question. Most people spend years trying to control the outside world. I used to do that also. They want better relationships, better health, better business, more money, more peace. Nothing wrong with all those things. We all want them. But here's the question: if the person receiving all of those blessings never changes, what happens? Eventually, the same patterns return, the same fears, the same reactions, the same emptiness, just wearing more expensive clothes. One of the strongest themes in the opening chapter of The Mirror is that lasting change begins with the inner life. The author repeatedly encourages reader to examine what is within themselves before trying to reshape what is around them. That doesn't mean we stop taking action. It doesn't mean we stop working. It doesn't mean we ignore responsibility. It's quite the opposite. It means our actions begin from a different place. Not fear, not proving ourselves, not chasing validation, but from awareness, from intention, from remembering who we really are. You know that quote. It's super famous. God helps those who help themselves. If you are not willing to change, if you are not willing to work on yourself, your inner state, your awareness, how you are expecting God to help you? When God himself said, I won't change the condition of people who does not change themselves. How's that? Now, as coaches, parents, leaders, business owners, we often think our biggest responsibility is changing other people, helping them become stronger, smarter, more disciplined. But maybe our first responsibility is becoming someone worth following ourselves. Because people rarely become what we tell them, they become what we consistently show them. That applies in our relationship with Allah as well. Before we go further, I'll give you an example. A kid, your child, you can tell him or her 100 times to do something or not to do something, they won't listen. Unless they see you doing it or not doing it, they will follow. It's simple as that. So if you cannot change a kid, how are you expecting to change everybody else without changing yourself first? Now, back to the relationship with Allah. The same applies in our relationship with Allah. Sometimes we spend years asking Allah to change our circumstances, yet we never ask Him to change our hearts. Maybe that's the dua we've been missing. Ya Allah, before you change my world, change me. Remove what does not belong, strengthen what does. Show me the truth about myself and help me become the person you created me to be. Because if that prayer is answered, everything else begins to make more sense. I want to leave you with a challenge, not for the next month, not for the next year, just today. Spend 10 minutes alone. No phone, no music, no distraction. Ask yourself one question: who am I? It's very simple. Who am I? That's the question you're going to ask to yourself. Because most of us know our name, our profession, what do we do, and all that stuff, but none of us really know who we are. So that's the question you're going to ask yourself. Who am I? When nobody is watching, that's when you need to know who you are. Because people tend to show their real self when they think that they are not being accountable for anything. When nobody is watching, not who people think you are. That's a very big misconception. Not who social media says you are. Not who your business card says you are. Who are you when it's just you and Allah? Now, don't rush to answer this. Just sit with the question because sometimes the question that change our lives are more valuable than the answers we were looking for. If today's conversation challenged you, don't let it stop here. I genuinely encourage you to read the mirror by yourself. Because this episode is only a reflection on some of the ideas from the beginning of the book. It can't replace experiencing the author's full journey and reflections in his own words. So, better explore it yourself. I always encourage people that the best way to learn something is to experience it yourself. Because once you experience it, then and only then you will know what truly values the emotional state, how it changes you. If I tell you about an experience and you never had the chance to feel it or yourself, you will never know how I felt or how you will feel. Because some experience excites some people, same experience instill fear in some people. Like, I will give you my example. When I'm going to fight someone, when I used to fight in the ring, before stepping into ring, the experience, the feeling is completely different. Okay, your heart is pounding, you don't know what's going to happen, and all that stuff. But once you step in the ring and the first punch is thrown, all the fear disappears. I actually personally enjoy facing stronger opponents. Even now, I'm like that. I am bored if my opponent is weak. I might tell him, okay, you win, go home. I don't want to fight with you. Because I don't see the point of fighting with a weak person. That's how I am. Okay. If I see someone really strong, it's like it's like a child seeing his favorite toy or something to give me super excited. Like I get very excited. I even go to them, but okay, that doesn't mean I become disrespectful. Remember that I met people who are really well known in their game, in the martial arts world. They are professional fighters, they are seniors. I respect all of them. Okay. The excitement comes in from me to learn. Like, I want to fight with them to see how strong they are and how much I can handle. Do you understand the point? I'm not fighting to insult them or put them down or something like that. I want to learn while doing sparring. I'll fight with them. And always when we spar, we are very respectful to each other. I always tell them we'll do technical sparring because I want to learn. It's nothing to prove that, oh, I'm stronger or you are stronger, or I'll beat you this or I beat this guy. It's nothing like that. Even on my YouTube videos, you'll see I'm doing videos with the pro boxers and I learn their stuff and I do all of that stuff as a mutual respect. So you have to understand that part. When you are doing something which excites you, do it with respect. Don't do it from ego. Don't be a selfish person who just want his ego satisfaction. That's why self reflection and awareness is very, very important. You have to figure out who you actually are. That's the only time you will know what's your strength, what's your weaknesses, what triggers you, what emotions you feel in some certain circumstances, and how you can overcome them. If every reaction comes from you is emotional, then you cannot control anything in your life. And you cannot blame anybody for that. Every single thing happens in your life, good or bad, is your own responsibility. Even if it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. The sooner you realize that part, the easier life becomes. That's why you have to understand yourself, become self aware first. And in our next episode, we're going to explore something that affects every single one of us. Not our circumstances, not our enemies, not our past, but the invisible program quietly running our lives every single day. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of the people Allah has entrusted to you, and never stop looking forward and inwards. Because sometimes the greatest battle you'll ever fight is the one between the person you have become and the person Allah created you to be.